A scary incident in the skies of Kuwait after 3 U.S. Air Force F-15 Strike Eagles were shot down in a friendly fire incident by Kuwaiti air defenses. All 6 air crew survived and are stable. Our next guest not only flew F-15s himself, but helped train future pilots to fly that fighter jet. Retired Brigadier General John Teichert joins us now. So here was the statement, General, from CENTCOM. During active combat that included attacks from Iranian aircraft, ballistic missiles, and drones, the U.S. Air Force fighter jets were mistakenly shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses. All 6 air crew ejected safely, have been safely recovered, and are in stable condition. Kuwait has acknowledged this incident. We're grateful for the efforts of the Kuwaiti Defense Forces and their support in this ongoing operation. I mean, in the fog of war, mistakes happen, but Lordy.
This is a pretty big one, John, and my first thought is relief that all 3 pilots and all 3 combat system operators were recovered successfully. But it does highlight to the American people that joint and combined operations like these are extremely complex. They're extremely difficult. We make them look easy, but sometimes there are mistakes, and those mistakes lead to mishaps, and that's what happened this morning.
I've seen video, and we're working to get this cleared, of one of the occupants of one of the aircraft being greeted by some Kuwaitis on the beach. Don't know if it was the pilot or the Wizzo, but the pilot or the person seemed to be in relatively good shape.
No, that's great to hear. And I think it's important that we're going to go to school on this. We're going to figure out what happened, what is the root cause, to make sure we can quickly roll it into the processes to make sure that this never happens again.
So what's amazing to me is that even after all of the attacks that have taken place in Iran, they managed to get some of their own aircraft up in the air, well, for a time anyways. 2 Su-24, Sukhoi 24 bombers were aimed at Qatar. I guess they were going to try to take out some facilities there. And they were down by Qatari air defenses. They would probably be 2 of the only remaining aircraft, I would think, in Iran.
No, it's pretty amazing that Iran, that has been shredded in the 12-day war and now even has flyable aircraft, that may be the only 2, like you said. But it also highlights the point that we need to be diligent and vigilant, that Iran's going to try to get something through that can do us damage, and we need to constantly make sure that that does not happen.
Yeah, I say that it's surprising that they have any aircraft, because there is this satellite photo taken at the Chabahar Kanarak Airport in southeastern Iran. This is right along the Gulf of Oman, where you see bombs have very precisely gone through the roof of these hardened shelters where they keep, I would assume that that's for fighter jets and not for bombers. Although the Sukhoi 24 is swing wing, so maybe they can get them in there. But I mean, we're seeing scenes like this all across Iran as we've worked to take out their air force. And remember, this was at the heart of the 6-day war. Israel took out the air forces of Egypt and Jordan and other Arab countries in the first hours. And if you can deny them flight, I mean, all they got left is their ballistic missiles.
No, that's exactly right. And if you can take out their air force and you can take out all of their air defenses, then essentially it becomes a permissive bombing range the size of Alaska. And largely, we now have done that to clean up what maybe they had fixed since the 12-day war. That means that non-stealthy aircraft can go deep into Iran without risk and start prosecuting a variety of targets.
All right, so we've got F-22s and F-35s. Those are stealth aircraft, but we're also flying F-16 and F-15s. You flew both the F-22 and the F-15. So if you open up the skies, because they don't have any air defenses left, and you can get those F-16s, which are great ground attack bombers, and the F-15s as well, how does that add, in terms of force multipliers, the effect on the ground?
It really does add mass, that now you've got far more aircraft that can go deep into Iran to strike ballistic missiles or to strike remaining air defense sites, or that can strike internal security sites or command and control. And now you can bring in a larger amount of mass. That means you can get more bombs on target on time to eventually find a way to wind down this war sooner rather than later.
Obviously, they're trying to chip away at the security infrastructure there because they want to deny command and control. They're doing it through cyber as well. But how important is it to get to those missile launchers? You don't have to blow up all the missiles, because if you deny them the capability of firing them, then it doesn't matter if they've got missiles.
No, John, that's exactly right. That they've got 1,000 missiles, probably half of that now, but they have far fewer launchers and warehouses and production facilities. And if you take those targets out instead of the individual missiles, then the missiles don't do them any good.
General, always great to get your thoughts on things and your expertise. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, John.
All right, now this.